Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Business Over Breakfast. My name is Ben Barber.
Lori Chitari here, reporting for duty. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I hope everyone is good because you can buy and sell and shop local Rhode Island today. Go buy stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Let me put that up. shoplocalrhodeisland.com. And I'm just going to leave that up for the whole episode.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Today.
Awesome. Yeah.
Since we're in the middle of rebranding some of this stuff, and
yeah.
So this will be the last episode that looks like this.
In an office because we're not in an office.
We're not in an office. This is my office.
I know. This is my office too. I
have a couch and a random clock.
Yeah.
And a giant sign that says "Believe."
Oh, I was going to say, yes, I like that. I thought it said "Believe." I have learned to leap up there, so that's my courage banner.
I like it.
A new shop local card, so we are.
Yeah, let's see that.
Okay, we have shoplocalrhodeisland.com. Here's the quick update. Shop Local Rhode Island lets anyone put up 5 products for free. So we have a freemium, a best value, and a premium. The site is bilingual. It's in English and Spanish. We're going to continue to market it every day. Department of Commerce is our main title sponsor. Thank you, Governor McKee. We are good. So get on Shop Local, put your products up, and buy stuff. Our beta testers have worked really hard to make this work. So please buy stuff. Thanks. Thank you, Ben, for that.
You're welcome. I love it. I love it for all of the reasons that I've said, and I'm just sharing this out to different community groups in Rhode Island, all over Rhode Island, because that is why we're here, and what we're doing is talking about the Rhode Island small business community. And that's what Shop Local Rhode Island is helping out and giving a foot up to. A couple weeks ago, I said what I think is great about Shop Local Rhode Island is that it's all of the convenience of like Amazon without any of the guilt not supporting your local economy, not supporting your local business owners, your friends, your neighbors, and keeping all of that money in the state, which is wonderful.
Yeah, I think it's huge. And when you say all of the convenience of Amazon, I will say we are trying to get to that level of streamlined convenience, because it's frustrating. It's frustrating for us, and we've had our challenges, and we've had our beta testers really working with us. So all I can say is get on the site, get your stuff, and know that there's a team behind you. So yes, all of the conveniences, they're on their way. They're pretty darn close, and none of the guilt. It's already there. We are making people happy is like what we want. So we're doing that.
So
yeah, cool.
I'm really excited about that. You're getting background noise when I talk or when you talk?
When I talk, but it just went away. It was just repeating for me. So yeah, that's why I was like kind of stuttering, but
all right. Well, good. I'm glad that it's gone. And if you're watching, let us know if you're having any audio issues. It sounds okay on my end.
Yeah. And if you have questions for us.
Yes, if you have questions at any point. Today we are talking at first about customer service and giving some updates on stuff and the things that are going on with both of us and our businesses outside of Shop Local Rhode Island, and of course everything that you're doing at shoplocalrhodeisland.com. So yeah, we'll lead the convo, Lori.
Whew, okay. Well, let's see. God, where do I start? It's been a year. That's all I can say. Last year was a year, but this year has been a year. I spent the first part of the year in Florida. I just did a road trip with my daughter from Austin to San Fran, and that was pretty cool. She just took a new job at Children's Hospital in San Francisco, which is a great city. Wow, I was really, really impressed with San Francisco. And I know that everyone says there are big homeless issues, and they are, and there are. But I think it's because it's a city that gives so much in terms of service. So their customer service, ding, ding, ding. But yeah, let's see. Visual Thrive is doing its marketing. I think so one of the things in coaching is we always ask, like, what is your area of most discontent today? Whether that's like in your feelings, in your house, in your office. So I would say for Visual Thrive, our area of most discontent today is really trying to reorg around everything that we've done with Shop Local and trying to regroup. So I think in business growth, you see everything kind of like shatter apart, and then everything works within tactics. And then you have to get all those tactics back into your strategic vision. So we're in that kind of, everything has been out there and all the tactics are working. And now we have to pull it back so that we can start, moving forward on that ultimate strategic vision, which is really, one, having Visual Thrive support businesses and marketing and in a streamlined, beautiful process with original photos and content, and Shop Local Rhode Island as the platform for these businesses to buy and sell with ease. So that's like we're in our let's pull it back together mode. So here we are rebranding our Shop Local Rhode Island board for us, and we'll continue this show. So that's kind of where we are.
I love it. I think that's amazing.
Where are you? What are you up to these days?
So, I have a meeting at 10, which I'm very excited about, with an old friend, and we are going to be doing some work together, which is nice. We've worked together on projects for a really long time. And now I think we're going to start making it a little bit more official. And so for me, what's the vaguest way that I can say this without announcing anything? So I've always I've been a sponge, first of all, right? So I consume a lot of stuff and I watch it and I take it in and I think about it, and then I think about how I can use it for myself and my friends and clients and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I've always been creating a lot of things, like since I was we started our first production company when I was still in high school, when both me and my partner were still in high school.
Yeah.
We started doing theater together and like community-based shows and bringing people in and like donating the money to charity and doing all of that stuff. And I've always had like so many other things in front of in the front of my mind that I wanted to do it. And so I finally came up with a system that takes the things that I want to do, and the things that I want to create and want to see created. And what we're going to do is we're going to make those things and then use those things as the advertisement. So doing the good work of doing the things that we're doing. And this isn't a big secret. I tell people to do this all the time. I tell clients to do this all the time. I've told people on this show to do it a lot. But what we're going to do is we're going to be creating the things that we want to see in the world we're going to put that out there, and then we're going to use those things being good as the advertisement to hire us as the production company to make your thing good.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna
That's what
have
we're doing right now.
right. Yeah. I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I mean, like, more intentional about it, like with a team of people, and with you know, us taking a lot more of these clips and the clips of everything, and putting it out on LinkedIn, and
Wow.
you know, like a strategic plan, and
Yeah.
and essentially, like, so that's the goal there, and I'm very excited about it, and it's starting to come together, and we're, you know, working on logos and
That is
partnership agreements, and different things, and I'm talking to the other creators now that I have that are so I'm mixing, like, several of my favorite things that some of my favorite people do,
mm-hmm.
and we found a way to, like, blend it all into I like I described it last night as taking a I hit mute. Taking a mix of these two certain, like, levels of these two brains of thought, like the marketing side of everything, and the creative side of everything, and the educational side of everything, and then mixing all of that together, and then putting, like, my own grand empathy and altruism on top of it.
Yeah.
And I'm very very excited about that. And hopefully by, like, the end of August, that'll be ready to launch.
That's really cool. There, I have a friend. Her name is Pam Slim, and she's out of Arizona. But she wrote a book called. She's written a bunch, but one is Escape from Cubicle Nation, which is it's a great book if you're ready to quit your job, like so many people are. But not our jobs. Like, I feel like people are quitting the Cubicle Nation jobs. Yep. One of the things,
I mean, so many people, instead of going back to an office, just quit.
Yeah.
Which is astounding.
It shows you how internal it is, you know, how we are really focused on, we're trying to do the right thing. We're all trying to do the right thing. But then there comes a point where you have kind of like this physical response to, I can't do this anymore. And that's what's happening. But one of the things that she says in her book around what you're talking about is marketing not to, like, a particular demographic, but marketing to, like, the mindset of people. So it's across the board. It's not like, oh, I'm going to market to, you know, millennials that are not working in an office. I'm marketing to people that have these ideas, these very specific ideas about how they move forward. And so I think that view of marketing is such a cool way to approach it, because that is the way that you bring, you know, you thread it together.
Yeah. So we'll be doing, like, and this is evolving every day, but we'll be doing, like, traditional marketing the way that I'm doing now for certain things, like car dealerships and restaurants and stuff like that. But what I'm excited about, the part that I'm really excited about, because it opens up us with the possibility of working with anybody in the world,
right,
is the podcasts and the YouTube channels and the content creators and the solopreneurs that are that, like, need a little marketing team, need a little help with production, need a little, you know, that we're really excited about doing that. And those are the perfect things. Like, so I have friends that, like, I'm excited to be giving people the opportunity to create stuff that I want to see them create. Like,
Mhm.
I have friends that are historians
Mhm.
and talk at length about these wonderful pieces of history that are forgotten, or local history, or I have a friend who wants to do a series on like forgotten nations that didn't
Mhm.
exist anymore, and like these things that are fascinating
Yeah,
conversations.
yeah, that is.
And so we're going to be able to like give them a platform to do that.
Mhm.
And in a financial sense, it's a platform to do that, in which I don't really care if that thing makes money, because it's great if it does, and this is why I have a partner, because the partner is going to rein in my altruism. um but like, I don't care so much if that thing makes money, as long as it doesn't cost a lot of money. But
Yeah.
then if we but you know but then if we use that as an advertisement to our own stuff, of like, and also, hey, this is the production company behind this, and we'll do this for you. So like, you have stuff that you want to talk about, like, cool, like let's do that. And the same thing with like fitness and meditation and mindfulness and
Yeah.
all of these things that I've been collecting over the years, of like people and ideas and genres that I love to dip my
Right.
toe in, but I don't have enough experience on, like setting up hosts and then having those hosts have like 50-50
Yeah.
ownership, which is an idea that I got
Well,
from
I want to
Crash
say
Course.
on this money thing, back to the money thing. So I have another. So I'm in a big coaching world, right? So I have another friend. She was a expert nonstop reader of self-help books, and that's all she did. She was learning all this stuff on self-help, and then she said, you know what, I'm going to help other people create self-help books. And she founded and is owner of The Difference Press, and she's the one who published my book, Learn to Leap. But when you create that, and so a lot of people will say, oh, that's crap, that isn't true. But what I'm going to say is, when you become an expert in the things that you do, you will eventually be the expert and be paid for being that expert.
Yeah.
So, this is like your 10,000 hours. If you've done this for 10,000 hours, then you are an expert, period. When you do something for that period of time, that's a Seth Godin thing, 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, so, I mean, this particular friend has plenty of money, plenty of people that want to do this thing with her, and she gets paid for it. So I would challenge you on the altruism does not equal money.
No, I agree. I agree that altruism doesn't equal money. I think that that's the
Wait,
thing,
you just
right?
said I agree that altruism does not
No,
equal.
I'm sorry. I agree that altruism can equal money. Yes. Like, I
Okay.
think Biz Stone, I think the founder, one of the founders of Twitter, said famously and infamously, depending on how you look at it, a couple years ago, that philanthropy is the newest best form of marketing is philanthropy.
Mm.
And I think that that's true. But so, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm acknowledging that, like, while I don't care as much, like, I just want to, if I could make enough money to just live in this house for the rest of my life, like, that'd be fine with me.
Yeah.
I don't really, like, I don't value it that much.
Yeah.
I want to have enough to not worry about it, but like, that number is extremely low for me compared to what other people would think.
Yeah.
And but like, so we're mixing that with the mindset of growth, and like,
Yeah.
and so that's the thing. Like, I'm the altruistic part is saying to like my friends and creators that I like discover along the way that I really like, people that become friends with us, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're going to create a show with you. You're going to own 50% of the show. So any
Mhm.
sponsorships, whatever, like, then like, you're going to create it. We're going to do it together. Like, we're going to pay for the production of it. And then we'll split that 50-50. But then the other people Like that's the stuff that's branded with our brand name.
Yeah. That's very cool. Yeah.
And then the other stuff are clients, and that stuff is not, you know what I mean? Like when I do, for example, like right now, Community Conversations with Governor Dan McKee is not D&B Media presents Community Conversations with Dan McKee.
Yeah.
Like when people ask, they know who produces it, but in general that it's not that. And so those are meanwhile though, like the 5-minute show is mine.
Right.
And for example, the social distance show that I started right when COVID started, like May 11th or March 11th. I started the social distance show, and then that got me a bunch of clients in that, and a lot of other stuff got me a bunch of clients.
Yeah.
With
it's
COVID.
So funny, Ben, because you have your show, and then you have anyway, I think that this is the new way forward.
You know what Dave said to me the other day?
What?
He was like, I think that you're playing a game with everyone. I think that you're trying to see how many shows you can trick people into watching, thinking that it's a different show. And then about halfway through, it's like, damn it, it's just Ben again.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
You pop up on everything.
Martha Beck says the same thing. So Martha Beck is like my mentor, my guru. I've been studying with her since 2005. And she says, I just keep writing the same book over and over and over, and people keep buying it because it's always the same. But that is your brand. Like you're the guy, so all of a sudden you're just not going to be able to you're just going to end up having all the stuff you want in your day.
But I am rebranding some things. So I did the 5-minute show, and because you were on it. The 5-minute show was great, but every single episode ended up being way longer than 5 minutes because everybody wanted to talk, and it was great. And whatever.
I'm looking at the time right now. Yeah. Okay.
And I want to do the 5-minute show. I want to continue to do it, but I want it to be more like, if it's going to be the 5-minute show, I want it to be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Or around it.
You know what you could do? You could say okay, I have a timer over here. So at 5 minutes, are you okay that I just we're done? And then you just shut it off and make sure that your guest is going to be okay with that. And then everybody knows
just one of these the whole time.
It is what it is.
Just one of these timers the whole time.
Yeah.
Down in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when 5 minutes is up, you're good.
And I think that, and I very well may do that. But so I think that, I'm going to start. So I'm rebranding the 5-minute show, still the 5-minute show, but I'm redoing. It's not going to be this anymore. It's going to be a little bit different and it's going to be strictly used for quick conversations with interesting people and to have short conversations with people I'm just meeting. Yeah. So personally, right? So it's great for the guest and for me, and I'm going to get to meet people. And selfishly as a business person, the show is meant for networking.
Mm-hmm.
So having my friends on the 5-minute show doesn't make sense.
Right.
Because why do I need to talk to them for 5 minutes? That's why every episode ended up being a half hour. And get people that I meet on LinkedIn and Instagram that I don't know.
Yeah.
Get them on the 5-minute show. And then I'm going to have a longer show called 3, 2, 1, Go.
Oh, that was my question. Because I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wasn't there another time that there's a timer, right? Or a time that you are connected to? Is that
6:32? Yeah.
6:32. Maybe you could do the 6:32 show.
It's going to be 3, 2, 1, Go, but it's going to be stylized with the 32.
Oh, cool.
Because the 32 is what matters. Yeah, I wake up at 6:32 every morning, and it's connected to my parents. It's a long story, but yeah. So the branding has a lot to do with the 3-2 in it.
That's really cool.
But that longer podcast is going to be called 3, 2, 1, Go, and I would love to have you on that at some point, Lori. And you can come back on the 5-minute show, but it's only going to be 5 minutes. So just a 5-minute pitch for Stop Local.
Right. Yeah.
And then we'll do another one, which is a 5-minute pitch for Learn to Leap.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Learn to Leap is like, oh, when did that happen?
7 years ago. Yeah.
January. Oh my God. All right. So we said we were going to talk about customer service, and our time is up.
Yeah.
So what do you think about putting a shout out to everyone and say, ask your customer service questions?
Absolutely.
And let us do this next week, because I have a whole list of things that I love about customer service and a whole list of things that I hate about customer service. And I really want to talk to our small businesses about what makes like amazing 5-star customer service.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think customer service is different than client service? Customer service is a lot like when you think about, and then we'll get into this next week, but like if you own a sandwich shop, which is an example that I go to a lot on here, if you own a sandwich shop, you have a different relationship with your customers. If you own a liquor store, you have a different relationship with your customers than you do if you're like Visual Thrive, having a working relationship with a client where like it's a long-term. I mean, you want the long-term relationship on both ends, but like this is a great, yeah,
I can tell you that the beginning of the answer to that question is based in trust. I think that's what it is.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ask your customer service questions in the comments, or email Lori at visualthrive.com. If you want to ask them.
We can do hello at shoplocalrhodeisland.com.
Hello at shoplocal. Yes, let's do it.
Hello at shoplocalrhodeisland.com will come to me too. And yeah, we're here for you. But I love it. Okay. So there you go. That's set up. Ask your customer service questions on the Facebook group, on the public Facebook page. We are going to be putting Business Over Breakfast events in, so you'll know what we're talking about, who's coming on, what's going on. So then you can ask your questions in advance if you'd like as well. So we're getting better. We're getting better every day.
I love it. And I love the all of the shop local branding and pushing that, because again, it's so important. You know, it's all of the convenience of online shopping. There you go. Is that better for you? I made it generic.
None of the guilt.
All of the convenience of online shopping with none of the guilt. I'm going to go on Shop Local Rhode Island. I have 15 minutes until my next meeting. I'm going to go on Shop Local Rhode Island right now and see what I can buy.
All right, cool. So you say the beginning. I'm going to say the end, so we can get a little cut on this. All of the.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna change it to this.
All right.
All of the convenience of online shopping
with none of the guilt.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye, Ben.
Bye. I don't know where my videos are. Okay. Bye.